Hello there, class. My name is David Prokop, and I am going to be doing a PowerPoint presentation and video discussing the relationship between Twitter and sports. First off, I just want to give a real quick background on what Twitter really is about. I know most of us have a Twitter account, and we use Twitter on a daily basis, but just a real quick background information on it. Twitter was actually created in 2006, which is actually makes it about 8.5 years old, which doesn't seem too long, but in the aspect of social media, that's a decent age right there for you. And what Twitter is, it's a social networking website that users can use to post and read other people's posts. So basically, it's a blogging website where you can type up to 140 characters, post a little statement, a little status about yourself and about what you're doing, and others can view that and also like it, retweet it, share it with others. So it's a way to connect millions and millions of people. And right now, currently, as of July, there are over 645 million users on Twitter, which is the highest number on any social media website. And if you look at that, with 58 million tweets per day, this is a lot of information going from one person to another on a daily basis. With that 58 million tweets a day, that averages out to 9,100 tweets per second all across the world. And now, if you want real quick, another fact for you, in 2013, Twitter made over $405 million in revenue. So if you think of how much money that is just off a social media website that's just connecting people, that's a crazy number. But how Twitter and sports are connected, they're connected in many different ways, and I'll go through a few of those. But first, Twitter is used as a mode of sports media. Biggest thing is breaking news, connecting the people. Sports reporters are using Twitter as a way to connect to millions of people. I remember that stat, 645 million people use Twitter. So this is a way for sports reporters to connect to all the fans instantly, right there at the palm of their hands. They can send them a tweet with about breaking news, whether it's a big trade that happens in the NBA or an injury, or there's a big upset happening in March Madness, and they can tweet something, and everyone in the world can see it instantly, right there, right away. You don't have to buy the newspaper. You don't have to go through all different articles online or have view it right by the television to see it. You can see it instantly right there on your phone, on the computer, within 140 characters. An instance for breaking news the other day, last week, USA men's basketball was actually having an inter-squad scrimmage, and it was televised, but not a whole lot of people were watching it. But Paul George actually broke his leg during the game, and as soon as that happened, it instantly was trending worldwide on Twitter, and millions of people were seeing this and tweeting about it and turning on the game on ESPN, all because of this injury, because it went worldwide trending-wise via Twitter. It instantly, everyone was connected, talking about it. And this happened around 11 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States, and people still were just blown apart by it. But like I said, it's a fast way to connect to millions of people instantly if you're a reporter. It's a way to get your story out. You don't have to have them reading your news articles or anything like that. You can instantly connect to them and actually send links of your news article to them all through via Twitter. It's a quick, easy, simple way to connect to fans if you're looking at it as at sports media wise. There are positives of Twitter, and there also are the negatives. First, I'm going to go through the positives of Twitter. Like I said, the ability to connect with people is outstanding. 645 million people have Twitter. So if you think about that and how many people are actually sports fans, so say you're a team, you're the Chicago Cubs, and you want to instantly connect with all your fans and tell them about this new promotion you got going on, all you have to do is simply tweet one tweet, and instantly you're going to have thousands and thousands of fans retweeting this, sharing it with others. Here in Fort Wayne, our hockey team, the Fort Wayne Comets, use their Twitter account to promote the upcoming season a couple of years ago. they actually sent out clues via Twitter about they were hiding a cardboard cutout of the logo, and they'd tweet a clue, and you'd have to go find out where that logo was, and if you found it, you actually got a free pair of season tickets. So that's a way that teams are connecting with fans all through this social media. Players are also using this to connect with fans. It's a way for players to have basically a press conference all through the internet through text. They don't have to set it up with their agent or anything like that. They can instantly tweet something saying, hey, come out to the game, thanks for coming to the game, or anything like that. So it's a way for players to connect with fans without having to go through some type of press conference with media and all security and all that. Fan and fan connection. This thing is huge. If you look on Twitter, you'll see so many conversations going on between basically strangers, fans of the same team, talking back and forth, just giving their opinion about their team, or even fans talking with fans from other teams and discussing their opinion, why their team is better versus the other team. But it's just connecting fans all together. And without Twitter or Facebook or anything like that, you wouldn't have these random fan connections, and people would not be discussing sports on the internet as much as they do. Twitter also creates superstars and sponsorships. Jeremy Lin, when he blew up with the New York Knicks, he actually gained 550,000 followers within 1 month, all because of his ability to play on the basketball court, which came out of the middle of nowhere. And then Tim Tebow, when he threw that touchdown pass for the Denver Broncos against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the 55-yard touchdown pass surprised so many people that it actually set a record for most tweets per second with 9,420 tweets per second. So just think about that number. That's how many people were discussing him just on the social media of Twitter. Like I said, with positives, there was always downfalls. Some of the downfalls with Twitter are people are sometimes say what's on their mind, but it's not the most appropriate thing to say. Athletes have to remember they are still signed to their contract. They need to honor their contract. So the few examples of fines and suspensions that happened is Larry Johnson, who with Kansas City Chiefs, made a homophobic slur, and it actually cost him a game suspension without pay. So that's roughly $330,000 he lost that game because he made a bad choice of using certain words, and he got punished for that. Losing sponsorships after the finding and killing of Osama bin Laden, Rashad Mendenhall tweeted his own personal opinion about how we shouldn't be celebrating that, and it actually lost him a sponsor because the sponsorship and Rashad did not connect eye to eye on the same viewing topic, and he was representing that company, and he put them in what they thought a bad view. You have to honor the contract if you're an athlete, and even though it's freedom of speech, you would think when you sign that contract, you're signing that you're representing your team in a positive way. With anything with social media, you're going to have to deal with the rumors and the privacy. TMZ does a great job of always being around for the breaking stories when it comes for sports athletes and any celebrities. So having to deal with all that, being able to understand that you're in the spotlight and you have to represent your team and you're a role model to many kids, so tweeting the right positive things is always important. So basically, in conclusion, Twitter is a growing website. Social media is now, and it's going to be the future. This isn't going away anytime soon. You have to realize that Twitter is the best thing you can do if you're a sports reporter, athletes, anything like that. It's a way to get your name out there, and people are going to realize who you are. Sports reporters are using this as a new way to connect to followers and get their story out there, get their new breaking news out to other people. They want to be faster than any other reporter. Twitter is the best way to go because you can instantly, right there at the palm of your hands, get your story out. With anything new in technology, there's positive and negatives of it. Positives of sports and Twitter is it's a way to get your name out there. It gets this good superstar stories out there. It's a way to connect fans, teams, and players. But also, like I said, there are some negatives. You have to watch what you're saying. You're still in the spotlight. You have to be a role model. You can get fined for what you say. Just because you think it's freedom of speech doesn't necessarily mean it is. You are tied to your contract. You are representing your team, your franchise, other players on your team. So you have to realize that you have to know how to use it. Otherwise, you can get in trouble. Twitter and sports go hand in hand. I did not used to be on Twitter, and I just started recently actually tweeting and following other sports reporters, and it blows my mind how fast you can get this breaking news and how easily it is to connect with other people, other sports fans, teams, players, and that. So, me going into sports media, Twitter is one of the greatest inventions around. So this concludes my presentation on Twitter and how it's related to sports and the effects they have on each other. Here are my resources that I did use. I would like to thank you for watching my presentation. It means a lot to me, and I hope you guys have a great day.